How Lincoln Lawyer Season 4's major death will impact Mickey in Season 5, explained by showrunner. Warning: major spoilers ahead. For The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4, the Lincoln Lawyer has delivered a devastating blow that will change Mickey forever. Showrunner Ted Humphrey has opened up about how a major character's death in The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 will impact Mickey going into Season 5. The cast of The Lincoln Lawyer consists of a number of memorable side characters. One such notable face is Legal Mickey's mentor, who ends up dying during the events of Season 4. Speaking with TV insider, Humphrey unveiled how Legal's shocking death in The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 will affect Mickey going into the next season. He began by explaining the importance of having Legal's death on screen, as opposed to its offhanded mention in the books. The showrunner also praised Elliot Gould for how he handled his final scene in the show. That is something that is in the book. It is not done in the book the way we did it. We did a very different thing. In fact, in the book, I think it happens off screen, meaning I actually think you learn about it in a different book where he goes to his grave or something like that. At some point, the Yoda-like relationship that he has with Legal like Yoda died too, and then advised Luke from the Force or whatever almost has to take that turn when you have the wise old mentor like that. But it was super emotional. It was super emotional for all of us. I mean, everybody stood up and gave a standing ovation and cheered when Elliot shot his last scene. It was very emotional for him. I think has really loved doing the show, and it's been such an honor for us to work with him. The look and feel of the show is so heavily influenced by the great California noir films of mostly the 1970s like Chinatown. And one of them that has really served as a template for the movie is The Long Goodbye, which Elliot was the star of, where he played Philip Marlowe. So there's this kind of medical thing about having Elliot in the show at all that's been amazing. In terms of Mickey's mindset after The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 has going to see Legal in much the same way he sees people like his father in Glory Days. In particular, this means Hell consider his mentor as someone in his past who shaped him immensely, and someone Hell always think about as he continues his work defending the innocent. I think that is going to weigh on him going forward in ways that are inevitably going to come to pass. I think back to the episode Ghosts in Season 3, where his dad, John Tenney, is sitting in the back of his car, and then Glory Days' Fiona Renee is sitting in the back of his car. Legal has joined that pantheon of people that are always going to be part of Mickey's life, and that he is never, somebody said, once you can never outrun your childhood, but you can never outrun your past for that matter. Legal has been a constant presence in every season of The Lincoln Lawyer. While not part of the main cast, his connection to Mickey's father made his legal advice an important aspect of how the protagonist approached all his cases. With him gone, that dynamic no longer exists, meaning he's more on his own than has ever been before. Luckily, Mickey still has his legal team and allies with Lorna Cisco, and now returning Maggie continuing to aid him in his future cases. Since The Lincoln Lawyer Season 4 ends with Mickey being exonerated, Hell be continuing his mission of defending others going into Season 5. Though now there's a hole where Legal's advice once was. As Humphrey says, though Legal's death is a turn of events that's not only necessary for the show, but will also make Mickey stronger because of it. When The Lincoln Lawyer Season 5 arrives, the story will play out with the protagonist having to think about what his mentor would do instead of asking directly changing the course of his actions. It also elevates The Lincoln Lawyer by showcasing how much Mickey has evolved as a lawyer across the series. When he tackles his next case, Hell be doing so alongside the many allies has made over the years, while also forcing himself to rely on Legal's past teachings and applying them to the present day.